find more ahead. What are you looking at? Nothing. That's what I thought. Alright. Hey everybody, it's BC here, and welcome back to another episode of Medieval Engineers. And getting starting to look pretty good out here. I was over at the lumber mill earlier, and when I first built this wall up, I was saying, oh, I don't think you're gonna be able to see anything above this wall. And yeah, you can see just about everything. And as you've noticed, the deer are working fine now. I've been getting the antlers and hide, and gonna come in handy for a project I've been putting off just because of that reason. It's actually just, let's go through the front door. Why not? I did change the day cycle again. It is morning yet again. I've been having a couple of different projects I want to get on the go, but you know what I mean? Get an idea, but you don't know how you want to execute the idea. Get the crossbow out of my hand here. One of the things I wanted to do was there's the deer and the hide and the antlers are actually one of the things I wanted to get not necessarily a butcher, but sort of like a fur trader maybe. He deals with the meat and the hides and the antlers and stuff like that, and that's where all this stuff's gonna come in handy. Which barrel did I put this? Oh yeah, so the arts and crafts. Trying to keep myself a little more organized too, so at least I know if I need flax or string or whatever, I can go here. If I need anything iron, go over there. And same with furniture and that, but we already know about that. But for the time being, I'm just putting all my hide and antlers in here. So every time I see a deer, I'm gonna try to do whatever I can to capture it. Might as well put the meat in here too. Getting a lot of that. A few other ideas I wanted to do too is one of the ones I wanted to work on was sort of, you know, I don't know what you call it, a wagon smith or someone that deals with like carts and wagons and mechanical parts and stuff like that. But for one, I haven't decided on like how I wanted to do it. I don't want to something like that. I wouldn't want to like a house. I would want to be more of an open air sort of area. And I'm thinking about possibly on the sides of like one castle, either here or on the other side, maybe even the back. But again, I haven't really decided how I want to do that. There was another one I was thinking about too, and I can't remember. Oh yeah, farmer's market. I did actually go and harvest the crops before they went bad this time. This time what I did is I actually made use of the little seed storage I made last episode. Short little episode. Actually, no, that was the windmill episode. I put some signs on here so I know this is my herb seeds here. I got my cabbage seeds over here. And same with the wheat down here and pumpkins. And for the time being, that's all we have to grow. And, oops, come on. Oh, I forgot. White girl can't jump. No, definitely not. And then in here, I turned all that flax into seeds, and hopefully that's going to be enough to fill it up. I still have another 5 stacks, I think, over there at the arts and crafts. But today, I want to go into the castle. I've been thinking about an idea of that other room. I want to sort of get like an armory going, but I want to sort of have like a dungeon sort of feel to it. I haven't been sort of messing around with some ideas of what I want to do. Uh, I should have brought them with me, but I was looking at those weights that you can make, like the iron weights, and they're actually small tiles, like the skulls and stuff like that. I don't have anything on me, but you know, like the size 1 timbers. So they're basically this size square, but they're made out of metal, so they'd be good for making bars or other contraptions. But I have a few ideas of what I want to do in here. While I'm here, before I forget, I was trying to think of what I could do about getting color in here. I put a couple of flags up for now, you know, just until they start coming out with some other placeable objects, because to be quite honest, the food's the only thing in this game that's got color at the moment. That and the flags, but you only have 2 types of flags. But anyways, let me go and get a few things, and bring you back when it's time to start building some stuff. Okay, I got all my supplies. Well, most of them. I had to make 2 trips. I got a bunch of stuff in the barrel here, chest here, and I got a bunch of stuff on me. First thing I do is actually going to get some light for now. It's not going to stay light. Just want something to work with for now. So we'll just go ahead and put this up until we get something built, and then we'll start taking out the light to get a little bit of atmosphere. I have a couple of ideas of what I'm gonna do. We're gonna have a couple of racks on the wall, and we're also gonna have well, not necessarily a rack on the wall, but we're gonna have I don't know what you call it, little hooks where you hang people by their wrists, sorta. It's I saw those. I could have sworn I saw those things move. But at the same time, too, we're gonna have the rack with the torsion spring. So I'm going to be using the tables for that, because you can actually put those metal parts on there. And I'm going to use the diamond timber to mount it. Let me get that out of the way first. Let's go get our little handcuffs, whatever we're going to call them. So I don't know if I want to get two of these, actually. Maybe have one on the floor and then one up against here. But I was thinking about doing something like this. Get that right up there. Let's see how well the tables stack on here. Oh, it's not going to let me. Oh, so much for that idea. I forgot you can't place things actually on the diagonal timbers. Alright, well, so much for that idea. But it doesn't mean we can't have a rack. So let us, put right here. Maybe I'll even try to get one on the wall. And then we are going to leave a gap. Leave it like that. And I'll see if I can get the timbers underneath it. Or even around it. I did make... Not in here, but I made the tension coil and the hand cranks. And then, yes, you can actually place stuff on tables. Go on the right way. Let's put it right there on the hinge. Kind of touchy doing it like this sometimes, because you can actually place it on the side of that timber. Oops, jumped over. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over the kitchen table. Come on, where are ya? There you are. And you're the wrong way. Of course you are. Also made a whole bunch of rope too, so we might be able to come up with some uses for that. Alright, so we have that. Now, let's see about getting some timbers in there. Yes. See, I can do something like this, but I want to see if I can go underneath. You get them going underneath. So it looks like it's something that's traveling. And I don't think it's going to let me. No. But doesn't mean I can't try. Come on, are you going to actually go there? I saw you. There we go. Let's crouch down. See if we can sneak this thing in there, and apparently we can't. Apparently it's just not going to happen. It'll snap to the outside. I guess we can work with that. Let me see if I can work something out here, and I'll bring you back when I got all the mechanics and everything all straightened out. Just to show this little bug here. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't place under the table, but for some reason it was letting me do it under here. But watch what happens. I place it and it floats. And it's actually a floating entity. I just thought I'd bring that back, show that to you. Okay, this is what I got so far. First time actually working with the mechanical objects. I didn't know that you can actually activate this. I don't know if what it's gonna do because I've got it anchored, but I was trying to have the 2 points come off of one rope drum, but you can only connect one rope to each drum, so that wasn't gonna work. And might have been a way I could make something, but the fact that I'm building on evens here, I wouldn't be able to get it right in the center anyway, so I did it this way just for, you know, the engineer side of it. But let's see if it actually does anything. It tightens the rope. It's not going tighter in case it breaks, but that's the rack. I probably could have had this floating on a track if I really wanted, but yeah, I guess I could have had it on wheels, but I would try to have a spring pulling it back the other way. But anyways, that is the rack. The next thing is a lot of times in dungeons you'll see a cage hanging from the ceiling. Now, unfortunately, excuse me, man, I'm scratching my leg. Unfortunately, the ceiling's not as high as I would like it to be for this, but we're going to try and build it anyways. So I'm probably just going to have it hang right off of here. Now, to do this, I'm going to first build it off the ground. It doesn't really matter. Well, I guess try to make it as cheap as possible. Let's see. I want it to be big enough for someone to barely stand in, but at the same time have room to actually be in there. So, you know what I mean, for the rope, I'm guessing that could work. Go down one more. It's not going to be hanging that high off the ground, but it's just for cosmetic purposes. It's just for show and tell, more or less. And we'll just put it, see if I can find the spot. Okay. So I've already figured out what it's going to be. It's going to be 7 by 7. So go 7 on both sides. Like so. And we go down to a 5. And then we go down to a 3. So then this is going to be the floor and the top of it. I'm not going to be doing a curved top. That's going to be impossible to do. But basically like that. Then I'm going to use the round timbers. That's not a round timber. And, oops. There we go. Now I'm wondering, see how high the full tent is. That's doable. That gives enough room inside. So I'm going to go ahead and finish building the rest of this cage, put a roof on it, and then we're going to hang it from the ceiling. Alright, there's what I got so far. I had to take a couple of them out. It was starting to look a little too cramped. But even then, I don't think we can get through here if we tried. But, anyways, now the question I have is everything is going to be joined? Because I originally had to place a section here to place this on and then this on, so it joined to here so I can connect over there. So, yeah. Now, let's see if we can actually hang this from the ceiling. So that's going to be right in the center there. Where is it going to be above here? I guess that looks about right. Hang a rope from there to there. And take this out. This out. Alright. Place your bets. When I take the timber out, what's going to happen? Is it going to rip the floor down? Is it going to break apart? Or is it just going to stay and swing and be normal? I am actually going to do a backup. Just in case. Save it as that. And save as... I guess we're at 51 now. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I've got so many different names on that. So, let's crouch down and see if we can get that. Oh my god. It worked. First time using ropes ever. Okay. And the physics cause it to stop after a while. Let's see what happens. Give it a second, and it stops. Frozen in time. That's our stasis chamber right there. Alright, so we have our cage, we have our rack. So now let's go ahead and get a few more items in. Decorate up with some barrels and weapon racks, get some shields on the walls and stuff, and I'll bring you back when I got something. Alright, well, I got a bunch of stuff put together here. I love how this thing's just frozen in time. Put a little skull in there. Got so many of these things. I just killed 2 barbarians. I got 3 more skulls out of them. So I got that one there. I got one there. Got a couple of weapon racks here. I noticed that the broken swords are all rusty, like they're covered in blood. So I thought about having them around here. I don't know. I never actually did try that. I want to see if I could put one of these in a table. That would be perfect. Although I did notice that you put metal parts on there, it almost looks like interrogation instruments, right? No, it won't work. That's a shame. Maybe we'll put the other one over here. Oh, that's right. Can't put it in there because it's full. All right. And then again, put a couple things here, put a skull and what looks like could be guts and a little bit of meat left on the rack here after the last victim. But yeah, that's so far so good. It's like I said, there's a lot of little things that they don't have in the game yet. So it's unless I want to start building everything out of timbers and weights, it's gonna get really expensive if I do that. But yeah, and then again, we've got the two spots here for places where people can hang. And I didn't really come up with too much else, but at least it's not an empty room now. But anyways, I think I'm going to call the episode here. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave me a like, and I will see you in the next one. Later.